Hello dear students, I am Tejinder Kaur, Academic Counselor at IGNOU Study Center 2206. This video is for BCA first semester basic mathematics students. The course code is BCS 12. In this video, we'll learn about complex numbers. I have divided the content into a two-part series. In the first part, we'll be discussing the introduction and the definition of complex numbers, equality of two complex numbers, algebra of complex numbers, multiplication of complex numbers, multiplicative inverse and division in complex numbers. The topics in part 2, they are covered in another video, so do watch it. So let's begin with the introduction. All the numbers that we have been dealing with so far were real numbers. However, some solutions in mathematics, such as solving quadratic equations, they require a new set of numbers. This new set of numbers is called the set of complex numbers. For instance, if we solve the equation x squared equal to 4, we get two solutions, that is, either x is equal to 2 or x is equal to minus 2. Similarly, if I solve the equation x squared equal to minus 1, the expected answers are now either x is equal to square root of minus 1 or it should be equal to minus times the square root of minus 1. But we have not studied the square root of negative numbers till now. So now we are going to define the square root of minus 1 by a special symbol I, which is known as iota. So now we'll be seeing few powers of iota. As we know that iota is equal to square root of minus 1. So squaring this number, I'll be getting the answer as minus 1. If I cube the number, that is, I'll multiply iota with iota square, the answer is minus iota. And if I need to find the power 4 of iota, then simply squaring this factor, I'll be left with answer 1. The power of iota with natural exponent, it produces an interesting pattern. See here, we can see if I raise the powers of iota further, the answers they start repeating. So this is an interesting pattern now. So now let's define the complex numbers. A complex number is any number that can be put in the form a plus b iota, where a and b are real numbers. The number a is called the real part of the complex number. The b part is known as the imaginary part of the complex number. They are also denoted by REZ and IMZ respectively. Next is the equality of two complex numbers. Two complex numbers, they are said to be equal if and only if their real parts are equal and also their imaginary parts are equal. So if I have a complex number, say z1 equal to a plus b iota and z2 equal to c plus d iota, and I say that z1 is equal to z2, then the real part of both the numbers a should be equal to c and the imaginary parts of both the numbers should also be equal. For example, find a and b if 4a minus 3 plus 7 iota is equal to 5 plus 2b minus 1 times iota. So since the two complex numbers, they are equal, so equating their real and imaginary parts, I have 4a minus 3 is equal to 5 and 7 is equal to 2b minus 1. I have two equations in a and b. From these, we can calculate the values of a as 2 and b as 4. Next is the addition of two complex numbers. The two complex numbers z1 and z2, they can be added as if they are algebraic polynomials. That is, for the addition, we simply need to add the real part of the two complex numbers and the imaginary parts of the complex numbers. Similarly, we can subtract two complex numbers now. For this again, to find the difference of z1 and z2, I simply need to subtract the real and the imaginary parts of the two complex numbers. Next is the multiplication of complex numbers. Again, the multiplication can be carried out as if the two complex numbers, they were algebraic binomials. That is, if Z1 is A plus B iota and Z2 is C plus D iota. For multiplying, I'll multiply A with C, that is AC. Then A with D iota, which will give us AD times iota. Then B iota into C, that is BC iota. And B iota into D iota will give us BD into iota square. And since we have seen that iota square is equal to -1, so replacing the value of iota square with minus sign, I am left with AC minus BD plus AD plus BC times iota. That is, we have separated the real and the imaginary parts. So now there is a question for you. Find the square of 2 plus 3 iota and write the result in the form A plus B iota. Recall what we have studied till now. Pause the video and write down your answer. After you are done, resume. So let's see what is the solution. For finding the square of 2 plus 3 iota, I simply need to multiply 2 plus 3 iota with itself. So 2 into 2 is 4. 2 into 3 iota is 6 iota. 3 iota into 2 is 6 iota. And 3 iota into 3 iota is 9 iota square. Again, replacing iota square with the minus sign will get the required result. Next is the multiplicative inverse of a complex number. That is, if A plus iota B is a non-zero complex number, then there exists a complex number x plus iota y such that if I multiply both the numbers, the result is equal to the multiplicative identity in C, that is 1, which can be written in the complex form as 1 plus 0 iota. The number x plus iota y is called the multiplicative inverse of A plus iota b. So if I multiply the two numbers and separate their real and imaginary parts and equate the two complex numbers, equating the real and imaginary parts on both sides, I get two equations in x and y. On solving these two equations, I'll get the values of x and y. So the multiplicative inverse of A plus iota b is now A minus iota b upon A squared plus b squared. Using this, we can solve the division in complex numbers. So if I have to divide z1 and z2, I'll simply write the numerator as it is, and denominator has been now written as 1 over A plus iota b, which is nothing but the multiplicative inverse of A plus iota b, which we have calculated just now. So I'll write its value as A minus iota b upon A squared plus b squared. Multiplying the two numerators and separating the real and the imaginary parts will get the required result. The remaining topics, as we have discussed, are covered in part 2 of this series. So do watch it and try more questions. Thank you for joining in.